Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instructions on completing the task at hand. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. In this video, I'm going to replace the rear brake pads on a 2006 Audi Quattro A4. This vehicle have covers over the lug nuts, so you want to take needle nose pliers or something if you don't have the right tool and pull those off of there. Now you can get at the lug nuts. These vehicles have pretty decent jacks, but make sure you jack it up right. You don't want it to slip off the jack, so that's the way it's positioned under the car. Then just crank it up. Parking brake set, something to stop the wheels from rolling on the other side. You want to position the jack stand under a firm suspension point, which is right there inside the wheel. I still have the jack in place as a backup. Very little pressure on it. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove the wheel. Now that your wheel is off, you want to release your parking brake. Next, you slide the thinnest 15 you have in there, and you put a 13 on the back, and you pull out the caliper bolts. These two bolts secure the caliper to the knuckle, the rear knuckle assembly, whatever you want to call it. Let me get these two bolts out. Those are both the bolts. You set your screws aside, then you pull the caliper back away from the vehicle. Sometimes it comes off easy, sometimes it doesn't. If it does not come off easy, you want to use a screwdriver and pry it like this from top to bottom. Work your caliper off. And now your caliper is hanging by your brake lines. You don't want to rough those up too much. Then you slide your brake pads off. Next, you want to pull the pins out of the bracket. The pins will come out with the boot. It doesn't take much pressure. You pull those pins out, you lubricate them after you clean them off, and then you slide them back in there and make sure the boot is seated back in the bracket properly. Now that you have the caliper loose, you're supposed to use a special caliper cranking tool to crank that piston back in. They crank in clockwise. I actually broke it loose with a pair of needle nose vice grips, and I turned it in with needle nose vice grips. But it's better if you go to AutoZone or somewhere like that and rent the proper tool. So I have the needle nose pliers on there like that, and I'm turning them in. You really need two hands to do this, so let me put two hands on it and get that twisted in. Twist it in as far as it'll go, then install the new pads. I was turning them with the needle nose vice grips and they stopped. Then I put the C-clamp on them, and when I started turning the C-clamp, it started turning them in. So sometimes that may be an option, but it's best to get the pressing tool from the auto parts store. Lubricate the pads so you lessen the chance of them squealing. And when you push them in there, make sure your springs are set so that the caliper pushes on the upper and the lower wings of the springs. You put your nuts, your bolts in the back of it, and tighten those down. If you had to torque them, I'd say torque them probably about 20 Newton meters, about 16 foot-pounds. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.